Thanks for checking in again. Today we're going to chat with Rob about entities. Now, that kind of gives a little unease, doesn't it? But what are entities? Are they spirits? Are they ghosts? And what do they want? And should we be concerned? Is it something we need to be really careful about? So Rob, what is an entity?
What I'm talking about today is the entities that I have come across.
Okay.
So these are ones that I have dealt with, because there's all sorts of life forms out there that many people don't understand or agree that they exist, but there's so much we don't understand.
Right.
So with an entity, we've spoken about ghosts. We've got several short videos on ghosts and how to move them. So as we understand, with a ghost is someone in a house who is a confused soul.
Right.
The short version of it is, but they haven't left because they have free will that we're always talking about. So with myself dealing with them, you create a situation. I'm explaining this on purpose because when you create a situation to move on a ghost rather than an entity, once again, you are dealing with those on the other side. It's not just me as a medium doing it.
You're getting help.
You're getting help.
Right.
So I'll create the situation using my free will, and then people come from the other side, and then the ghosts use its free will and they move on. Very short version, but we've done the other videos on it. An entity, the entities that I've come across is something different. An entity is something which is pure evil.
Okay.
This isn't a bad person or anything else. As a medium, when you're sensing people, often you don't see them with your eyes, and you normally don't. But you sense their presence, you sense what they look like, you sense all sorts of things about them. The entities that I come across are basically, they're pure evil, and they have attached themselves to someone on the physical plane. Okay. To begin with, they attach themselves to someone. I say that because what takes place is they'll attach themselves to somebody, and basically they almost take over your life. Okay.
Okay, so like a parasite of a kind?
Yeah, well, kind of, but they're worse than that. It really is a form of evil. So they're so evil that the person they attach them to will not act like a normal person or anything else. So people don't understand what's going on. So this isn't what you would describe as a ghost as such. This is something that is evil. And often, the last one I dealt with it was like a ball of blackness, 6 foot across, and evil. But it had a mind, it could read my mind. I'm mentioning this because you'll understand in a minute. When you pass over to the other side, you can't hide anything whatsoever. Who you are is who you are. Mm. So the point is that when you pass and on to the other and who you are, everybody over there, the spirits, will know who you are. They can sense everything about you. This is what takes place. And with the ghost situation that we've mentioned before on the other videos, you can have a ghost in a house, and it's the same with an entity, and you can have all these people visit the house and nothing takes place whatsoever because the ghost in the house knows it's not being sensed by anybody.
Right.
But when there's a medium walk into the house or even think about the house from a distance, immediately they know they're being sensed. They're sensing it. So, for example, the last one entity that I had to deal with, someone sent me some pictures of a house and there was something wrong with the house. They sensed there was something wrong with the house. But with entities, they have latched on to somebody, and to separate them is very difficult. They have to be distracted.
Okay.
So this whole thing sounds weird, but so if I just roughly tell you what happened with the last one, because like I say, this isn't books I've read or anything else, this is just what has taken place. They are pure evil, but with the last one, before the events took place, I have been protected from those on the other side. So during a circle situation, energy is given to me. My point is, it's not just me sorting this out.
So others know the other side. And
those on the other side, it's all been prepared if they've done everything they can. But same with the ghost situation, they still need someone in the physical to be a link in the chain to sort it out. So in this particular one, I know I've been given strength, but I didn't know what it was about. So someone sent me the pictures of the house. I didn't visit the place, and I sit down. And with this particular one, when I sat down and looked at the pictures and I concentrate on the house, I was aware of many people from spirit there protecting me before it took place. And then what happens with this particular house, so you've got the entity, and the entity has latched on. What's happened is the entity in this one has latched on to someone physical, but the physical person then died.
Okay.
So they are now spirit. They are a ghost in the house, if you like, but the entity is linked to them.
So they can still be there even after
They can still be there. They haven't got free will anymore because this entity is ruling everything. And an entity can only be here on the earth plane when it is linked to somebody. They're not wandering around all the time, so it seems. They need to be linked.
So they
to
need
somebody.
the body, right? They're formless, are they? Are they formless?
Well, the only what I've ever seen with them is a big ball of evil, black. That is what they are. So I can't. There's no physical form with them, but they link with someone. Normally, it starts off with the physical. But this lady had died, but she hadn't moved to the other side because she had no free will. And this was allowing the entity to stay in the house where she used to live.
And fulfill what probably the entity...
Whatever it wants.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
This is what's taking place. So we don't understand everything, but that was taking place. So in that particular one, and like you say, with all the ones I've dealt with, they have linked with someone and you need to trick them or give them something else to think about. And then those in spirit can move away, the one they were linked to. I know this sounds like a horror movie, but this is what I deal with and what took place. And with the last one, basically what happened is when I was looking at the pictures, in my house here, concentrating on it, the entity knew that I was looking at the house, and then it attacked me. So the entity, literally, this big ball of evil, this sounds like science fiction, but it took place, is attacking me, but it couldn't get past my hands, and my hands went up. This isn't because I'm clever, but this is because I've been protected already from the other side.
And you're a threat to it.
I am a threat to it.
Okay.
So it came straight for me, because basically, how dare I interfere with it?
With its
Absolutely.
agenda.
So it's attacking me, and I'm not scared because I've been protected. And that is absolutely critical, because if I was scared in any way, it would have a link. It would have a door open to attack me even more.
Right.
I wasn't scared, not because I know all these things. It's because the people around me, I had that protection. While it was attacking me, in the distance, I could see that the lady that it had linked with basically was being pulled away in a white cloak, and they took her away. So the entity was distracted because it didn't like me interfering with it. It was absolutely fine. Once she was taken away, the entity literally turned around, this big ball of evil, and saw that it had been tracked. And I know, and then it turned to me again because it wanted to kill me. And it took about 10 seconds of attacking me, and it couldn't get anywhere near me at all. And then it shot off because it had to, because its link to the earth plane, this lady in the house, wasn't there. So it didn't have the link to the earth plane anymore, and it can't stay here without a link, and it just shot off and disappeared, and the house is now clear.
Oh my goodness, I know we're going to be running out of time soon, but I just want to ask you, for anyone who's watching, who is a target?
Normally, the target are people who, people go ghostbusting, or this will be interesting, or they jump on a Ouija board, or they go to the circle. A lady I used to deal with several times, she went to a circle. No protection, no prayers, no nothing, saying, ooh, this is fun, let's open ourselves up, see what happens. This is when that sort of thing can draw close, or evil spirits can draw close, or you can be taken over by someone. These things are real, they can happen on the earth plane, and then they need sorted out. A normal circle with protection, dealing with mediums who've done it for a long period of time, you're fine and you can open up. But you are being an idiot if you jump into these things and say, let's do this, let's have a laugh. I'm afraid there's things out there that we don't understand, and they're not very nice.
Right, so really just to not dabble in that way.
Never.
Keep yourself clear and at what a lot of people would say a higher vibration, a higher frequency, and just don't let yourself fall prey to these kind of...
They are looking to prey on people. That's what they're for.
They're looking for
it's not going to happen with the average person. Don't look at this video and suddenly get scared. But it's when someone has opened themselves up to it, then this evil can draw close, and they have no understanding what's taken place, so they can't stop it.
Oh my goodness. Well, I hope that information has been useful. As Robert said, no need to be scared. It's just having information can be very empowering. So think twice before you get involved in things, and just keep yourself, for want of a better word, at a better frequency, better vibration, living a good life. If you've got any comments, let us know under the video, or contact Rob at the end of this segment on his email, bluebeard123@gmail.com. We know your time is precious. We'll see you next time.